Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Yeah, listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, you gotta turn it on, yeah. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can get it on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn them on. Turn them up. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Man, oh man, oh man. I thank God for it. I thank God for all he's done for me, for all the little things that I oftentimes fail to thank him for, that I take for granted for. You know, I was talking the other day to a buddy of mine. We had gotten to this conversation about God, and in the conversation we had narrowed it down, and we were talking about changing the way we are as people. You know, that everybody has to change. You know, nothing stays the same. Everybody changes. And a lot of these changes can be for the good, and a lot of them are they just come with time. You know, sometimes it's aging that changes us. But no matter how old you get, you still have the ability to improve as a person. You may not have the foot speed you used to have. You may not be as agile as you used to be. Your energy level may not be what it used to be. Your desire to do some of the things that you used to do may be gone. The thing that doesn't have to change and will not change is you. You have the ability to continue to grow as a person. Even when Father Time and nature has taken its course, we were talking about everybody can change, and everybody has the right to reinvent themselves as they get older. And I equated it to jumping out of an airplane. You know, there are some people, man, who get to a certain point in their life and they jump from the airplane is now almost a stunt of some kind. It's almost like their life done got out of control. You ever seen somebody jump out of an airplane and the parachute don't open and their life start, and it seems like they start spinning and tumbling and they can't get it together? And I've seen some mid-air rescues before, but then there are times when it hasn't worked. You know, you jump out that airplane and at first it's fun. I've never skydived before, but I would imagine when you first jump out of an airplane that people describe it as a a sense of being free, and it's exhilarating when you first jump out the plane. But if you pull that cord and nothing happens, I never happened to me, but I can only imagine the panic that's got to set in, because no matter how fun it was a moment ago, the flying over to one another, the holding hands in the air, the breeze, the descent, the feeling of all of a sudden, if you reach for that cord and it's not there, you're suddenly spinning out of control. And that's what happens in a lot of people's lives. When you first start your life, you jump out the plane, you free, you young, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But then you get to a certain point in your life when you go, okay, I'm going to pull the cord now. And pulling the cord is an important thing, because here's the analogy my friend gave me. He said, man, use your mind like a parachute. It works better when it's open. Well, see, what happens with a lot of people is they in life they jump out the plane, and they having this free fall, and it's fun for now, but they get to a certain point in their life where they got themselves in a situation, or they've had a little bit too much fun, a little bit too long, or they wasn't open to nothing, and they just did what they wanted to do, or they started getting involved with drugs or drinking, or started running with the wrong people. So you jump out the plane, at first you're free falling, it's fun. But then after a minute, man, something happens and they realize, whoa, and they reach for the cord and the cord don't work. Well, now you're in a panic-stricken situation. And my suggestion and what I've learned from the analogy that my friend shared with me is that the sooner we can open our mind to God, the sooner we can develop that relationship with him. It's like pulling the cord and opening a parachute. If you open up your mind to God, God is like a parachute. God can slow your descent. God can turn this out of control free fall into a nice ride for you. See, that's what happened to me. I was spinning out of control. I had gotten myself into a point, man, where I wasn't doing real good. Oh, y'all would look at me and think, man, Stevie, man, no, I wasn't doing real good. I had spun out of control. I was in a free fall, and I reached for the cord, but I was so far away, the cord didn't open. Then I went to him and I pulled the cord. When I went to God, I pulled the cord and it opened, and he slowed my descent. And this is what I just believe. I don't believe now that I age as fast as I was aging, because I got that parachute open now. I take better care of myself eating. I work out more now. I'm not out of control. I have a direction now. That wind then got up under that parachute a little bit, and now I'm going, I'm still getting older, but the descent is so slow now, I'm able to enjoy the ride. I'm guiding my parachute over. Sometimes we go over to a vacation spot over here. We float back over to but I'm still getting old. I'm still going down, but the descent, because I've opened my mind to God, the parachute has slowed my descent. And now I'm rocking back and forth, but I ain't spinning out of control no more. I'm able to enjoy the view now. When you jump out that plane and you pull that cord and it don't work, you ain't looking at the view no more. You thinking of only one thing. How can I slow this down? Well, now I'm able to enjoy the view. I'm able to see all the beautiful things on the horizon that God has for me. I'm able to see all the beautiful things around me that he's provided for me over these years, because I've slowed my descent. I use my mind like a parachute. It works better when it's open. Open your mind to God, and so you can see the view, so you can slow the descent, so you can stop the out of control free fall that you've been on, that you can get your life together and see everything out on the horizon that God has for you. It turned out to be a very true statement. Your mind, if you use it like a parachute, it works better when it's open, y'all.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the morning time. It's time for the greatest show in the world to begin. It's the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Make no mistake about it. Shirley Strawberry.
Hey, good morning, Steve. Yes.
Carla Farrell.
Good morning. What's happening, crew?
That damn junior boy.
Morning, everybody. Morning, Aunt.
Nephew Tommy.
Yay, yay. In the building.
The building.
Yeah.
Well, we're here.
It's Tuesday.
It's debate
tonight.
day, baby.
Game time.
I think that you're going to see who's the better public speaker. I think you're going to see who's a better leader. I think you're going to see who's the smartest. Because this foolishness that this Trump is talking about already, he wants a drug test right afterwards. And all this here. Y'all don't play sports, partner. Ain't no performance-enhancing drugs. None of that, dog.
That's what you thinking it is.
Hey, if I was Biden, you know what I'd say? You know, if I was Biden, I'd take a drug test if you take a lie detector test. Ready? Go.
Yeah.
right.
Definitely.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's what he should do.
show your taxes. I take a drug test.
$750 done.
Dog.
We've been paying more than him.
It's
I
insulting.
told y'all.
You said
You
it.
did.
Steve.
You said
I've been saying it
You
for
said
years.
it. You said it in 2015 before
Bruh.
like
Right. He cannot show them taxes.
He cannot show them. Because what you're going to find out is that we've all paid more taxes than he has. And he's a self-proclaimed billionaire, which he's really not, but he's going to say that.
Well, it doesn't look like he's too much of anything the way he ran these businesses and lost everything.
all
and-
that success talk.
Yeah.
You
Not
ain't
so
closed
much.
damn deal.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
What is going on?
The country
more in- man.
is in debt right now, a huge debt that he has created. He's created a huge debt, but that's the way he ran all his businesses.
Right. Yeah.
Man, that's so like people pay more in mortgage.
And right, and rent and stuff. You're right, and that was part of the reason people went with him for the last election, Steve, because they said he was such a good businessman. Maybe he could run the country.
Ooh, how much did we not know that?
Junior,
Huh?
today is
You gonna get them ready?
What's today?
yeah.
What's that?
I get
What
it's your favorite group, Jodeci. Okay,
Uh-oh.
Oh,
it's
what happened?
DeVante
They
Swing.
all right?
Yeah. DeVante Swing's
Well,
birthday
that's a
is
good
today.
question, though. Is they all right? That's a damn good question, Junior.
I just had to let Junior know that. So he
Happy
could have a
birthday,
good day.
DV.
DV, like you know him.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Junior's
That's
the
his
fifth
boy.
member of the group. You know that.
Junior, how come you ain't on Zoom?
I am on Zoom, huh?
Yes.
I'm
Let me
right
go
here.
get the gallery. There you go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get the gallery.
Got the
Working.
You know, I'm here for my group.
Well, you know who is not on Zoom today, so.
All right. Coming up at 32 minutes
Oh,
after
him
the
miss
hour.
me.
Get ready for
I
the
don't know why you all of
CLO.
a sudden your ass done got precious where you can't be on Zoom no more.
We're going to ask the CLO, the Chief Love Officer, coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for Ask the CLO. Before we left out, we were just letting Junior know that DeVante Swing from
DV,
Jodeci, it's his
what's up, babe? I
birthday
got y'all more.
today.
Take my money
Come on,
Yeah.
Steve.
in my car.
Sing so hard.
So hard.
Yes. Well, it's time now for Ask the CLO. If you're done, Steve Harvey.
Yeah, let's go already.
All right, this one is from Kenny in Toledo. Kenny says, I've been divorced for 3 years, but my ex-wife still has access to me whenever she wants to have sex. I set it up that way to keep the peace and keep her out of my business. But I really did it because she's so good at what she does. I show up, we have amazing sex, and then I leave. Every time I leave her, I have to tell myself that marriage with her was terrible, even if the sex was amazing. I want to break this cycle, but she's addictive. How can I move on? Forget
Hey,
about
dog.
it and go on with my life.
Hey, dog, what is you tripping for?
The best
You
of
got
both
a
worlds.
divorce?
Yes.
She still lets you come by there and you can just leave?
As soon as you
It's
do,
incredible.
it's
Boy,
jackpot.
boy. But the marriage was terrible. Now, I don't know how you doing that. Because once you terrible to me, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Right. Once you're done.
No Lord. So you better than most, but I don't know what to tell you.
Because the sex was amazing. He told you.
Yeah, so CLO, what?
Uh-huh. Doesn't that count for something, CLO?
Hell yeah. I mean,
why.
you married the woman, so that was love. Maybe there's still a connection there. Obviously it is. But the marriage, if y'all could fix that part, you be in hog heaven.
Yeah.
I don't know what the part is you can't fix if it's all that damn good.
Just ride it out. Just ride it.
All right. DeVille in Alabama says, I'm 20 and I recently
The
transferred.
who?
DeVille.
DeVale.
DeVille.
Yeah,
like
DeVille.
Cadillac DeVille.
Yeah. DeVille in Alabama says, I'm 20. I recently transferred to a new college and started dating a football player. I don't have many friends yet, so I'm usually alone and with this guy. Random females have been coming up to me to warn me about being seen with him because his ex-girlfriend is crazy. I asked him about the ex, and he said she graduated and moved away. I forgot about it until the other day. I woke up and my front tires were slashed. Ooh. My roommate told me it was a message from the ex. Am I supposed to believe that? Believe
He's
that
back.
believe that she's stalking us, or could it just be a coincidence and random crime?
Random
You
crime.
think?
They done told you she crazy. She done found where you live and slashed all your tires.
Oh, she moved away though.
Oh, they always come back.
People
Crazy
have
always.
cars and airplane tickets.
This is true. I think it's a rumor.
Crazy people fly in COVID.
Could it be
Boy,
the roommate, Steve?
he's saying
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
They don't give a damn. Crazy people don't care. Sitting up on the plane with no mask on.
That's not allowed. But do you think she moved away or he lied?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she
the
might have
roommate's
moved
lying.
away, but they come back. Moving away just means you left college.
Right.
You'd be an hour away. She done drove back. Something is happening.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
got to
you
get your
right.
tires fixed, that's for sure. You don't know who it is exactly, but crazy people do want you to know it was them.
Yeah.
So
She gonna
get
let
ready.
you know
It's
soon.
attention seekers.
The mystery
that
will
they
be
are.
solved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
her
somebody's
till
telling
further evidence.
something. Yeah. Don't
Hello?
treat it as a random crime, though. Do not do
Is
that.
it me you're looking for?
They like that attention. All right, Steve. CLO. Charles in Atlanta says, I've been married for 5 years, and we own a mobile detailing business that is doing very well. My wife hasn't worked outside the home since we got married because we started our family right away. My wife is a licensed realtor, and her brokerage firm has offered her excellent perks to return to work, since it's the perfect time to buy and sell real estate. She says she doesn't plan to return to work for at least 5 more years. In a marriage, I thought couples decided on these types of things together. Am I wrong to want her to contribute to the household? Should it all fall on me?
Oh, no, dog. Oh, no, dog. You ain't wrong for wanting her to contribute to the household. But if she don't want to contribute to the house, how you going to make her go to work?
This they should have been had this conversation.
Partner, I don't know what to tell you. You know, you started a family right away. Your mobile business is doing super good, and now you want her to chip in. But, I mean, you know, bro, I don't know. That's up to the individual family how y'all want to handle that. Shouldn't she want to chip in? If that's a requirement to be your wife, and if that's, you know.
Yeah,
I
she
mean-
says she's coming back in 5 years. Take it or leave it.
You
5
better buy
years,
some
dog.
more Armor All and rags. You need some more
5
cars
years.
to work.
5 years, the baby gonna be 10.
And the business is doing well. What is the problem?
We're going to have a
5
new
years.
president out of office.
Yeah, 5 years. A lot gonna happen in 5
Be
years.
up for another election.
She told you what she's doing now.
Yeah, I can't make. I don't know what to tell you to
Right.
make her go to work, partner. I don't know how to do that. I swear you, I don't. Hang in there, dog.
Okay. Well, should it all fall on me, he says.
Hey, join the club.
Well, I
Mine
mean,
don't
no.
work.
Dog, mine don't work either. What?
So,
I like mine not working, to be honest with you. I like that.
Don't matter if I
I
like
like
it
being
or
able
not.
to. I
She
like
ain't
being able
working.
to provide that.
what you
like it or not?
It don't
What'd
matter
you say,
if
Steve?
I don't like it or not. She ain't working. I ain't seen her look for a job.
fill out
Marjorie ain't put in no
applications,
damn
you say.
applications or
Yeah.
nothing. Ain't asked about no positions
The one ads.
available.
She ain't been in the one ads.
Dog,
you hiring?
I ain't seen her ask nobody.
Oh, everybody like shit ass about nothing about Family Feud. If there's a spot open down there for
Dog,
Dog.
PA, co-host, nothing.
All right, well, there you go. 5 years. She'll be back into it, okay? And until then. All right, coming up next. Thank you, CLO. Coming up next, Nephew Tommy's Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, we'll talk about the creative Get Your Booty to the Polls Atlanta stripper campaign.
Beautiful. I'm going.
I've watched it 30 times, and I'm telling you, it really drives me to the polls. I'm just telling you. It really.
Plus, people are unfollowing The Rock on social media after he endorsed Joe Biden. We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour, but right now, it is the nephew here with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Neff?
Something that President Trump can look forward to. Today's title is Garnish Your Wages.
I like it. I like it.
Let's go, cat dog.
Hello.
I'm trying to reach a place.
Who's calling?
My name is from the district attorney's office.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? Giving you a call today, ma'am. Trying to get some updates from you. Your husband, Mr. is he still not working at this point?
No, sir.
Okay. How long has he been out of work so far, ma'am? Could you give me an update on this?
First of the year, January.
Okay. All right. Here's what we're having, the problems that we're having. You have a son. I think it's his name is as well. 14 years old. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The child support is not being paid from Mr. for Mr. Young, and we're trying to get this thing rectified. Now, the problem that we're going to have, and the reason why we're giving you a call, is considering that your husband hasn't worked since the first of the year, and I haven't done the research yet. I'm just not pulling up your file. I haven't done the research to see how many months in the rears he is on child support. But
It just started once he lost his job.
okay, well, the problem that we're going to have is they're going to start taking child support actually, and I hate to give you this news, out of your check until
I don't understand how that's so because I have my own kids, so I don't understand that.
I understand, but they're going to be garnishing your check, ma'am, until your husband can get this thing back on its feet and get it rectified and get him up to par as far as all the payments that are not.
And
there.
when will this be taking place? Because if that's the case, I'm not going to be working because that's not going to happen. I have my own children, so I don't understand how that's so. I don't have anything to do with child support or anything like that. And if that's the case, I'm not going to be working as of right now.
The garnishing of the check is going to come from you, and you are at the hospital, correct?
No.
It's not where you work?
I'm not going to be working as of right now. That's what I just told you. So y'all do whatever you got to do, and I'll do whatever I have to do on my end, okay?
Well, hold on a minute. You're willing to quit your job? I'm not understanding this.
You're sure right, because I'm not going to be taking care of someone else's kids, and I have my own. So that's right. So somebody else can take care of mine then, because I'm not going to be doing it. You're so right.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm just, I don't want you to be upset
who are
with.
you?
I don't want you to be upset with me.
Where I can be able to contact you.
Okay. I'm gonna let you know this. It's a bit of information. You're still gonna, if you're quitting your job, ma'am, you guys are still gonna be liable for the child support.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Not you guys, because it's not my children, sir. Okay, it's not you guys. It's he will be liable.
Okay.
Because can I step? Can you hold one moment? Because I need to step outside, if that's okay. Or if there's a number, I can contact you back.
Okay. Are you able to step outside right now?
Yes, but I'm gonna get on the elevator and then it's gonna kind of throw the call off.
Okay. Let's do this. Why don't you step outside?
And I'll wait for you to call.
Give me about 45 seconds, but I'm going to give a call to my manager on this situation, okay?
Please do, sir. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Hello.
Okay, Miss.
Yes, sir.
Hi, again from the district attorney's office. Okay, you can hear me now.
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I sure can. Now, let's get to the bottom of everything. I couldn't get my manager on the phone, but I'll keep trying. I just want to know, that's I'm just a messenger letting you know.
I know you are, and I hate to be so short with you, but I don't understand because we're not even getting enough income coming in as of right now. And you're speaking of, I have 3 children that I'm struggling to take care of on my own. And find somebody from the district or something. But and you're speaking of that you're going to be deducting money from gonna share my check for his child support. What's your something? What's your name?
Man, is there someone else I need to speak with?
No, we're on the phone. That's my sister taking care of some business. What part of district attorney?
County, ma'am.
Yeah.
She is on the line from the Office of Child Support Service. She works with the Office of Child Support Service.
Okay. May I speak with your sister? Let me speak with your sister,
okay.
man.
So how is this going to be done? Because that's not going to leave me the cash to be able to support my own kids.
Well,
in my own home.
I understand that. Maybe this is a problem with having a person hanging around.
It's not a person because has raised his feet about his kids all their life. This is a jealous mother that decided after 18 years that she wanted to.
What in the hell is going on with those people in the background?
Hello?
This Nephew Tommy. It didn't hit the fan.
She went off.
No, I couldn't get her to go out, but her sister was there. Don't say nothing to him, made her get off the phone. So I need you to call on 3-way. They was calling somebody. They probably was calling downtown, gonna get themselves in more trouble.
Okay, hold on a minute. I have to call you back, honey. What's wrong? I'll call you back, honey. I'll tell you about it otherwise.
No, you won't. You're gonna talk to her right now.
Who is this?
I told you you're gonna pay this child support, not me.
Get your life. Get it the best way you can. He talking me, call me. I'm gonna pay this child support. You pay that.
You're gonna make me whip your behind this money.
Tell him you will find out who he is.
You wanna talk to my lawyer, sir?
Yeah, I want to. Where's you don't have a lawyer. You know well you don't have one.
Why don't y'all, however you got my number, honey? This some process they have to go through for your job.
We have to go to court first.
Hey,
Lose the case.
Who is this?
This Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Yo, just got pranked by baby.
I'm gonna cut y'all. I hope I'm on the radio because all y'all gonna pay for this. You done got it later to court. See, y'all didn't know y'all was calling the food, did you? Well, you just found out, didn't you? I had to stop at the store on the way down to finish cussing. Give me a black and mild, get outside and cuss y'all out.
I gotta ask all y'all something. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
See? Harvey Morning Show, baby.
I've never had my wages gone. You ever had your wages?
Hell yeah.
Gone?
Yeah.
What?
I have too.
Is there anything you ain't never had?
Have I ever had my wages gone? I wasn't paying them.
What job was this?
When I worked at General Electric, there wasn't nothing I could do about it. Yeah, they took it out. Taxes.
That's what's going to happen to Donald Trump.
Dog, he ain't even got to worry. Soon as they find out where all that money he got to buy them planes and Mar-a-Lago and all that mess is, and find out it's a loan, and when they find out that where that loan came from, out the country,
All right, coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In entertainment news, what do you guys think of the stripper campaign? It's called Get Your Booty to the Polls. I know you guys have seen it.
Come on.
Are you standing up? A standing ovation?
I am
Wow.
standing on top of my studio chair. Yes, I am.
Yeah,
The Get Out and Vote campaign was created by a group of Atlanta strippers. The promo features women who work and dance at different clubs in the ATL. The ad is targeting men who are undecided about voting. So in the ad, the dancers are pole dancing, of course, they're twerking, and some of them even have the word vote written on their
Yes,
boards.
it was. I'm telling you, it was there, Shirley. Oh my God.
I saw it, yeah.
Yes.
Anyway,
Vote.
And if you read it backwards, Shirley, say "eobit." You got to read it both ways.
Anyway, the ad starts off with the strippers dancing, and then a dancer says, "Now that I've got your attention." Then as the video continues, the dancers give reasons why people should get out and vote. I love this. Angela Gomes, producer and director of the video, told Newsweek their demographic for the ad is people who don't vote, people who sit around and look at YouTube, people who don't feel like their vote matters, and it was all important to remind them and that this is more important than just the president on the ballot. I love that.
Really
That was a brilliant idea.
I mean,
All I needed after that was just to hear, I'm Joe Biden, and I,
Approve this message.
approve this message.
I
What you
was
think,
really,
Steve?
well, it kind of sickened me a little bit, the fact that I had looked at it 46 times to get the message. And I just thought, obviously it took me too long to get the message.
You were a little slow that morning.
So, I was saying, I thought they could have been a little bit more clear about it. But by the 50th time I watched it, I got what they were saying.
Yes,
I just thought they could have got to it a little bit quicker. But, after 50 times, I went on and got the message, Said, well, I guess I will just go and get my booty to the polls,
That's
I remember that.
And if they could just be at the poll I go to when I vote, that would be nice too. If they outside,
You know what,
that's
Tommy?
nice.
Tommy, they did a great job of delivering the message because when the one stripper said, you're going to say things like, my vote don't count. I thought that was brilliant. I said, oh, they getting out the information? My vote don't count.
Really
Y'all
is.
say stuff like, my vote don't count.
It was
Good
hard,
message.
huh, Junior?
Good message.
In other entertainment news, The Rock, Dwayne
They were
Johnson-
pretty articulate about it, too.
They were.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
I
I thought it was
mean,
brilliant. I really
I
did.
commend the
Yeah.
sisters, actually. I do, man. I really
do.
commend them.
and if you click the link, it takes you to register to vote. So that's cool.
Go ahead, girl.
They do. They
Well,
did
let
a
me
great
see. Let me see, because
You didn't do that
51.
part.
job. Missed that part.
51
I kept hitting
times.
rewind. I never saw that.
Okay,
Send
while
that
you're
back
doing
to
that,
me, fellas, because I had to erase it. Because I
While
had
you-
watched it so many times, it had suddenly, for my phone, like if I watch a video so many
Self-destructive.
times, it becomes my wallpaper.
Oh, you knew
I
that
had
would
to hurry up and get this off here.
I'm going to tell you about The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Of course, he's a self-proclaimed independent. Well, now he said, he's voted for in the past for Republicans and Democrats, but recently he made his first public endorsement for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and The Rock told both Joe Biden and Kamala on the Zoom call. Take a listen.
That's the power of your vote, your voice. I love that Senator Harris said that. And I also love that she spoke about making sure that we have a solid plan in place because we as Americans, we got to be prepared come election day. I also appreciate Vice President Biden quoting the great John Lewis. Voting is our sacred obligation and it is the answer to outcomes, and we have to own our outcomes. I love that line, owning our outcomes.
All right,
Well,
Rock.
Yeah, very good, very astute. But some of Rock's followers, Steve, are now mad at him. They posted a lot of comments saying stay out of politics, and they won't follow him anymore. They've unfollowed him.
Okay, unfollow. You know what? People sicken me, man. Because a person is an athlete, an entertainer, they got to shut up and dribble. Shut up and tell your jokes. Who are you? You know, the woman on Fox, shut up and dribble. Why don't you shut up and tell the facts?
Right. Laura,
How about you shut up and tell the truth? You know, so no, man, it's not no stay out of politics. Every person in this country should be in this politics.
Yes,
This is not politics. This is our country and our life.
this is politic.
Man, this ain't got nothing to do with stay out of politics. Politics is the bull crap that he been doing to us for 4 years. canceling DACA, trying to build a wall. Blue power, not black power. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, blue lives matter, not black lives matter. Mm-hmm. Here's politics. There's great people on both sides. Can't be in a hate group and be a great person. But since you're in a hate group and you're voting for him, then you're all right.
And hold on, guys. Hold on, though. The Rock had COVID. His entire family,
his whole
had
family had
COVID-19. So they were affected by what's going on in this pandemic. So you're saying that he doesn't have a right to have a voice
just because
in this
he's an actor? Get out of here.
And people are talking about you going to unfollow him. It's not going to change one thing in his life. Right. So what you won't follow him? You're really not important.
Wow. And if you're upset, run over there and whoop Rock ass and see what happens.
Hello.
Run over there and try that. Try that.
It always
and see what happens.
Goes back there for you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If we'd have been whooping ass, we wouldn't be in this predicament we in now. We could have been whooping a lot of people's ass right here.
I got a great story to tell you about my grandson, BJ, whenever we get a minute in the show.
Okay, when we come back.
Great story.
All right. Coming up in 20 minutes after the hour, the first presidential debate is tonight in Cleveland. We'll talk about that and Steve's story right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So tonight is the presidential debate in Cleveland. We'll get to that in a moment. But Steve, before we went to break, you wanted to tell us about a story you had with your grandson.
Okay. I'm in a little trouble with my daughter.
Okay.
What happened?
What did you do? You did something.
Well, you know, I had my grandson in the car with me. And we took a ride. I had both my oldest grandsons, Noah and BJ, in the car. And I had them in the back in car seats. And I'm driving, and
what you driving? Let's paint this picture now. What you driving?
I was just driving a truck. I got a truck. I got a truck. And so I'm driving the truck, and I got him in the back seat. And I was trying to turn this corner.
Yeah.
And a dude kind of cut me off. So I said something.
What did you say?
I'll tell you that in a second.
Okay.
So I send them home. And Karli has BJ in the back seat.
Yeah.
And so she told me, she said, Dad, I know he got this from you. And so she's pulling into this parking spot, and this man cuts her off. And she said, wow, how could you do that? BJ, in his car seats, leans up over the back and said, don't get your ass whooped.
Repeating. I love it.
That boy got all your DNA.
Running through your whole
The 4-year-old leans up in his car seat, put his hand up in the window, and looked back and said, don't get your ass whooped.
Wow.
Ooh, that is Steve Harvey's grandchild. Lord.
Karli told me that.
Fall.
Man, let me tell you something. I was so proud of him. Cut your mama off like that, man.
So is that what you told the guy who cut you off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it because I knew I had to tell you that. He swung around now. I said, all right, man. All right, don't get your ass whooped. I ain't think nothing of it.
DJ back there taking notes.
He said, oh, okay, cool.
That's what we say. Okay.
A 4-year-old baby with road rage.
In the car seat, though.
Yes. Steve, that is crazy.
Let me get out this chair.
All right, we hope Joe Biden has some of that fire tonight and during these
He
debates
better.
in Cleveland, okay?
And quote BJ.
Yes, quote BJ, yes.
Don't get your ass whooped. And sat back down. She said, just as comfortable. Like, yeah, I got that, mama.
He owned it. He owned that moment, yeah. So anyway, if we have any pointers to Joe Biden, that's one of them. Coming up in 34 minutes after the hour, the president's business empire is not as successful as he claimed. We'll tell you all about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
What is going on In trending political news, I'm sure you guys have heard about this by now. According to the New York Times, President Trump squandered millions, and I mean millions of dollars, and he faces crippling debt. The IRS is auditing $72.9 million tax refund. Also, since 2015, he has lost $315 million at his signature golf courses. We talked about this yesterday. Trump only paid $750 in 2016 and 17. The president, this is a one, Steve, right here, though. The president wrote off $70,000 worth of hairstyling costs.
No!
What?
What?
Wow.
What?
For The Apprentice.
$70,000 in hair stuff. He also has got deductions on his plane and his residences. He wrote off $100,000 worth of silver and linens. He's personally responsible for $421 million in loans coming due in the next 4 years, meaning leaders may have to decide whether to foreclose on a sitting president. Whoa. Whoa. I thought he was such a great businessman. What happened?
This guy, man, has been. But if you look at if you look at 7 bankruptcies, that's how he runs a business. He just borrows, and runs his business, and he writes off the losses. They can't count income as loans. So when he takes these loans, is he doing everything he claimed with the loans? Which I doubt, which is because you have to substantiate your lifestyle. At one point in time, you're going to have to say, I'm paying for this house, Mar-a-Lago, with this, and I'm paying for this plane with that. I mean, you're going to have to say that. You know, the government is not crazy, man. That paperwork is real. And I think he has some real problems. And if Americans want to know the truth about it, it's pretty unpatriotic when you don't pay your taxes.
Very much so.
Yeah,
Has Wesley
federal
Snipes
tax
said anything? Has he said anything? Has Wesley Snipes said anything? Any comment from Wesley Snipes? He needs to
No.
speak out.
Wesley has to be quiet.
I want him to say.
That ain't none
This
of
is
his
not.
business.
This ain't. No. This ain't time to get in this Wesley. Shh.
I don't know nothing.
Well, you know, federal taxes pays for the military that he loves so much. The military. Federal taxes pays for bridges and roads and schools and Secret
Walls.
Service. Secret Service.
Walls.
Your very own Secret Service.
The
Yeah.
ones he called
Walls,
losers and suckers. That military.
But he said a
Right.
long time ago, I don't pay taxes because I'm smart.
Yeah, he said that during the Hillary Clinton debate, 2016. He sure did.
But that's why Democrats, every presidential election, is we want them to pay their fair share because they are very much aware of the loopholes. You know,
We pay taxes, but you don't.
because
you can vote for
he's not only jumping through loopholes, there's some illegal stuff going on.
And
There
so
are a
when he
lot of
becomes
loopholes for the rich, though. There are a lot of loopholes.
There are loopholes.
So, Steve, when he becomes a private citizen, he's going to have some issues.
This sounds like he abusing the loophole, though. He sounds like he just.
Well, I mean, he definitely is. He's very abusive of it. He's taking advantage of it in some cunning ways.
Yeah.
Because he's got some cunning people. But when you shake it all down, you know, you putting all this money into these dummy companies and stuff, and the dummy companies have to. You can't just say we're writing off losses for all these companies.
That's even in the Bible
We're
about
going to get to the
paying your
dummies
taxes.
sooner or later. Hello.
Well, $121 million in loans, and they won't let me get $1,000 on my credit card extended. This crazy.
Doesn't make sense, does it, Junior?
This don't make no sense. I can't. They can send me a note talking about, no, we cannot give you $1,000 at this time. What?
The bank denied you.
Bank denied
70
me?
grand on his hair. Coming up, the nephew will be in the building with today's prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject is really hard for me to honor thy mother. But right now, we'll get into that in a minute. But right now, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
We're going to go a little swimming, y'all. This right here, naked lifeguard. Naked lifeguard. We're going to take a little dip, okay? Everybody ready? Let's go, kid.
Hello.
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Carrie.
Yes, this is Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. My name is Oliver. You put in an application with the employment agency about looking for some work as far as being a lifeguard.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay. Have you had much experience being a lifeguard?
Yeah, I've been doing this for a while now, back since I was like 18. I got my CPR certification. I've had as many as like 200 people at one time watching them, so I'm good. I'm good at what I do. I love it.
Very good, very good. Well, I'll tell you what, I've looked over your application, and I've checked everything out thoroughly, and I'm very excited about maybe getting you to, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but public pool. It's actually in subdivision. There's 2 pools there. Are you familiar where
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. They're near where I live, yeah.
Okay. Well, there's actually in the back of there's a gated community, and that is actually the particular property that I'm talking about, you coming out and working for us there at the pool site. If we can get you on Monday to Friday, we're going to actually hire some more college students for Saturday and Sunday. What do you say?
Oh, I say okay. That sounds great. Monday through Friday, weekends off, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
good.
Now, we start off, job actually pays $25 an hour.
Wow.
You would be our head lifeguard, and we would want you to be there from, if you start at 12, we'd actually like for you to get there around 11:30, just to be prepared and be the overseer and make sure the other lifeguards get there on time. And, we'll go from there.
Okay.
Now, Carrie, there's only one catch that actually comes along with this job. We want you to work an additional 4 hours from 6 to 10 at night, but it's going to pay you $50 per hour. So you'll make an extra $200. How do you feel about that?
Man, I feel good. I mean, with the recession and everything, I could use that money right now, especially during the summertime.
Okay, now here's the deal. This is in a gated community, like I told you before, but also it's going to be adults at night, and they are actually going to be swimming nude.
What?
And, yeah, they're going to be swimming nude, and what they ask is if they're going to be swimming nude, they want to make sure that the lifeguard that's protecting them is going to be nude as well.
Okay, I'm a certified lifeguard. I'm CPR certified. I'm a student. I've had other jobs, but nudity wasn't on my resume.
And I understand that wholeheartedly, but we're talking about you possibly making $1,750 a week. How you feel about $1,750 a week for your nursing school? I'm sure that'll definitely pay for it throughout the entire summer. That should be a big help, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, but
I mean, are you? How do you feel about trying it for a few weeks, and then how do you feel about that?
I don't know, but I mean,
you're going to watch over some adults who are actually just going to be nude in the pool, and you're nude as well up on the big chair that overwatches everybody. $1,750.
I don't.
$1,750, Carrie.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
$1,750, Carrie. We're talking about 4 hours of you being nude along with some other people that are already nude. So, I mean, what's the big deal, What we need you to do is come down. We're going to do some drills, some lifeguard drills, and make sure that you're definitely qualified. But we're going to make sure that when you do those, you got to be naked as well, okay?
What? Why would I have to do some drills naked? I'm already a lifeguard. What do I need to drill naked
and I understand
for?
all that, but in order, for our particular property, we got to make sure that you're actually prepared and ready,
I don't understand.
Well, that's the way it is, Carrie. We need you to come down and do some drills. It's not going to take long, probably about a half hour. You come down, you get undressed, you get in the pool, and we make sure that you're qualified to swim nude, to saving somebody's life nude, the whole 9 yards.
But what? I mean, what if my family come to that pool?
You know, Carrie, I can't go back and forth with you. I can't. Now I know you know. I looked at your resume. I looked at what you were doing and what you're pursuing in life, and I thought this would be a great opportunity for you.
But I can't be. I mean, I can't do that to my family. And
no. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Now you can't tell me you can't do it now.
Oh yes, I can.
Now you get your down here in the morning so I can get these drills done, and I want you naked when you get here and get in this pool. You understand me?
Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Are you some kind of pool pimp? Lifeguard, human resources, hiring pimp? You're not pimping me. I don't have to come down there if I don't want to come down there.
You gotta bring your down here tomorrow and get in this pool and do these drills.
Who do you think you're talking to?
I'm talking to you. You get your down here tomorrow and you do these drills.
What you need to do is go get you a Pamela Anderson Baywatch, because I ain't the
Excuse me?
One.
What
I ain't gonna be doing no nude breaststroke for you old freaky. I don't know them people.
I don't give a who you know. Now you get your down here and you take the job.
I'm not coming down there to your funk pool tomorrow and swim nude and lifeguard nude for a bunch of raunchy. I don't know who you think you're talking to. I was trying to be nice to you. When you called my house with that, and then I thought about it because I'm not that kind of girl. You got me up. Okay, you need to go get you a Pamela Anderson Baywatch, deep sea diving. I don't know what you need, but I'm not what you need.
You get your black down here tomorrow.
Who you think you're talking to?
I'm talking to you. Who you think you're talking to?
I'm talking to you. Who do you think you're talking to?
I got something I want to say to you. You listening?
You know what? You better go ahead and say it, because I'm about to hang up this phone in your face right now.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your girlfriend.
Are you serious?
She pranked you, baby. Your girlfriend pranked you. You all right?
You know what? When I see that, she gonna have one less float. I cannot believe she did me like this.
All right, I gotta ask you something, baby. What is the baddest? I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Oh my
God. You play too much. That was
terrible.
That was
really bad.
Get on down here tomorrow morning. Let's get these drills out the way, okay? That's what we're doing.
You can hear the distress in her voice.
Man.
She was, man, Tommy. No.
Family.
I can't do this to my family. That's just a really, really decent young lady,
Yes.
She thought this whole thing out. She need the money. But she said, I can't do this to my family.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they done put all these hopes and dreams in me, and I'm going to take my stupid ass down here naked at some damn swim pool. Somebody gonna film something.
Right.
No, I don't know how you think you finna go somewhere in 2020 and ain't nobody filming that.
Right.
No, it's gonna be on tape.
Tommy.
What, Shirley? What?
Baywatch.
You proud of you? What'd she say?
You better go get you one of them Baywatch babes or something.
Baywatch.
Right.
You play too.
Oh, yeah.
I just felt her in my spirit.
Yeah,
I
man.
felt her.
You felt her? Did you feel that I did a good prank? What? Don't worry about her. How I do? What did you worry? Why is you worried about
I
her?
never
She's
met
fine.
nobody needs so much. You do these every day.
He is needy.
Do
Your
we
nephew
have to
is
carry
needy.
you around on your shoulders every day?
Yes.
All right, we got to get out of here. Thank you, nephew. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter's subject is really hard for me to honor thy mother. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, guys, there are 35 days left until the November 3rd election. That's about 5 weeks. 5 weeks,
That's it.
guys. Yeah. Go right now if you haven't registered already. If you've moved, if you just turned 18, if you're undecided, make a decision right now to go to vote.org and get registered to vote, okay? Time is running out. 35 days left. Get registered to vote. Get your date so you can early vote. All your information, all the information you need on voting, you can find it on vote.org. Please do that, okay?
Stop playing.
Yeah, I mean,
Man.
really, time is running out.
This is
35
serious.
days?
Yeah.
I remember
This
when it
is
was
serious,
100
man.
days.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, this is serious, Steve. It is. Yeah. All right, we're going to switch gears because it's time now for the Strawberry Letter. If you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Subject, it's really hard for me to honor thy mother. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm currently living with my mom because of a back injury I got a few years ago. I had to humble myself and ask her if I could stay with her temporarily after I lost my job. She said I could stay there until I found someone that's crazy enough to hire me. She's not concerned about my health at all. She calls me lazy when I'm having a bad day and can't help her out around the house. She's even told me if I didn't have such saggy breasts, I'd have a man by now and I'd be his responsibility. It feels bad to know that I'm not welcome in her home. I have a younger sister, and when she comes over, I know she and my mom are talking about me, but my sister never says anything out of the way to me. I overheard my mom telling my sister not to end up like me and to keep myself up so she can get a man. I've talked to my 2 aunts about my mom, and all they ever tell me is to honor my mother no matter what. I've talked to my mom's boyfriend about her attitude, and he says that she's fine when she's with him, so I must be the problem. I was never unruly or caused any problems when I was younger. My biological father says my mother has always been a little troubled, and I need to encourage her to get counseling. He recently shared how bad their relationship was, and that may be why she doesn't like me. I can't wait to get back on my feet and get my own apartment. I believe that cutting my mom off will be the best thing for me right now. It hurts to deal with this and not have any family support. How can a mother be so cruel? Well, you know what? I think you're dealing with like a case of your mom loves you, you're her daughter, but she doesn't necessarily like you. All right now, for whatever reason. Maybe there's some truth and validity to what your biological father said, but he didn't really say anything other than, their relationship was bad and you can encourage your mom to get some counseling. You know that's not going to go well. But anyway, I just think, your mom doesn't like you. And that happens. That happens in relationships. You could be with someone and love them but not like them. And if that wasn't enough, your sister seems to be her favorite, and I'm sure that's got to hurt. But the best thing you can do about it is to get yourself together and move out. You've said you've been there for a few years, or you're living with your mom because of your back injury you got a few years ago and the fact that you lost your job. So your mom is probably tired and ready for you to go. I mean, and notice I didn't say anything about cutting her off or anything like that because I believe you should continue to honor her. And you could do that in your own apartment if you need to from a distance. And your mom does not sound cruel. She doesn't sound cruel. I mean, she said some crazy things, some hurtful things. They're mean, but I don't think she's a cruel mom. There are a lot of cruel moms out there, and I don't think necessarily this is one. You didn't say she beat you when you were a kid or anything like that. I just think, though, you need to stop running to people talking about your mom, to her sisters. They're obviously neutral in all of this. I didn't find anywhere in your letter where you said you asked your relatives if they would open up their homes and could you move in there with them. You're with your mom. So I think you should give your mom credit for at least that, for letting you live there. I think she just wants you to get a man and get out. Maybe you could go stay with one of your relatives or your dad for a while since, you've been running and talking to them. Steve?
There's so many things to unpack in this damn.
Yeah, it is.
So your mama said you could stay there until you found someone crazy enough to hire you. You got a back injury a few years ago. You've been in your mama's house a few years now.
Long time.
You want me to tell you what's wrong? Your mama's sick of your ass. You laying your ass around here. You ain't working. You ain't making no contribution. Then on days you feel bad, you don't even want to help clean up after your own ass. You're in here just eating groceries, and you're steady getting thicker.
That is not in the letter.
Oh, it's in the letter. I'm having a bad day. I can't help around her. She even told me if I didn't have such saggy breasts, I'd have a man by now. You've been walking around the house all these years. You ain't wearing no bra. Sitting up in here, you just walking around. Every time she come in from work, you just sitting up there with your T-shirt on. And she noticing. Things are starting to go down. Your back ain't healing. And I don't know, look.
Say it.
Now your breasts create more of a back problem.
Not just the breasts.
I didn't know you were going to say that.
Like in this letter. It's real big in this letter. Told you didn't have such sagging breasts. How bad is they sagging?
Steve.
I'm just telling you what's in the letter. I ain't talking about the woman. I don't know. I never seen her. So this ain't me talking about the woman. I'm just talking about what's in the letter. Now, your mama said you have a man by now if your breath wasn't so damn sagging. How bad is they sagging?
Hold on. We'll have part 2 of Steve's crazy response coming up in 23 minutes after the hour. Today's subject, it's really hard for me to honor thy mother. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject is really hard for me to honor thy mother.
This woman is living with her mama because of back injury she got a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now, damn.
Too long.
Now, you had to humble her and ask, could you stay with her temporarily after I lost my job? Temporarily a few years ago? Now, your mama tired of you. Mm-hmm. Then she said you could stay there until somebody's crazy enough to hire you. And she ain't concerned about your health at all. She didn't open up a house. You in there eating groceries. Yeah. She called you lazy when you having a bad day. Now your ass don't want to help out. Are you going to therapy? Are you getting any better? Are you on pain pill? What is it? Your opiate. What? Moxicillin. What?
You taking?
What you taking? Is you trying something? Got to get the hell out of here. Then she told you if you didn't have such saggy breasts, you'd have a man by now, and I'd be his responsibility. Put a bra on. Every time she come in from house, you just got a T-shirt on. You laying back on the TV, just stuff on each side of you. Mm. And how bad is your breast sagging anyway? Let me ask you a question. If you had on an apron, could you put them in the pockets?
That was one line in the letter, Steve. One.
But it's bothering her mama, though.
That's the problem.
Now, we need to do something. Either get a bra or you're going to have to do something or get a job. Now, your ass can't work. Then your sister come over, and you know that they in there talking about you, even though your sister ain't never said nothing to you. But then you overheard your mama telling your sister not to end up like me and to keep yourself up so she can get a man. Nah, you let yourself go. Now, I know the back injury. I don't know the extent of it, so I feel for your sister. My bad. I don't know how it is. It's rough when you have an injury. It incapacitates you and all this here. But you let yourself go. Now, she know you let yourself go. You don't wear no bra. You ain't combing your hair. You ain't had makeup on in 3 years. You don't leave nowhere. You're in there just eating groceries and everything, swelling up right in front of your mama's eyes. Then you done went in there and asked your mama boyfriend about her attitude, and then he say, she fine when she with him, so I must be the problem. He sleep with her. What you want him to say? He talking to you about you with your sister and talking with you about the boyfriend and told the sister, don't mess around and let yourself go like your sister did so you can get a man. Now, she talking about everybody. She wants you gone. Yep. Then you told your father, who done divorced her, now he do like all old men that get divorced. He telling you that your mama trouble and you need to encourage her to get counseling. Then he started telling you how bad their relationship was, and that may be why she don't like you. Everybody keep going back to she don't like you. I can't wait to get back on my feet and get my own apartment. I believe that cutting my mom off would be the best thing for me. I think your mama think cutting her off would be the best thing for her, too. It hurts to deal with this and not have any family support. How can a mother be so cruel? But then you talking about you asked her sisters about it, and she said to honor your mother. All right, here's the deal.
Doing that. Yeah.
This could be the push you need. Now, look, I don't know the severity of your injuries. I really don't. And I'll admit that. But this could be the push you need. You got to go get a job. You got to get out of her house. She's sick of you. Don't nobody like you over there. The sister don't like you over there. The boyfriend don't like you over there. The mama don't like you over there. Your aunts don't even like you over there.
In the way.
You block it. And you will not wear a bra. You have got to get a bra on.
You will not leave that alone.
You have got to put a bra on and comb your damn hair and wear some makeup. Because you need to get a man to be somebody else's damn responsible. Now, Shirley, her mother is cruel. That's where you're wrong. Verbal abuse is a form of cruelty, and you know this.
That's true.
You know this, Shirley.
But here's what I was thinking.
She cruel.
I mean, she is. She's verbally cruel. Now you're right. You're right about that. I don't know. I just think she's saying this stuff out of frustration.
Her mama is not frustrated. Her mama is tired of her ass.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
You're in here, you're eating food, you ain't making no contribution. You want somebody to feel sorry for you, and it's been years now. Plus, the thing about a back injury is nobody can see a back injury. Ain't like you got your teeth busted out.
That's true.
And every time you open your mouth, they go, man, they busted their mouth for bad. Can't nobody see a back injury. So all they think is you being lazy. But they can see that your ass don't have this bra on. And I'm not going to say this no damn more.
That's in the letter. That's for one line, 2 words.
Got to put a bra on because she done mentioned it. Sitting over here with your breast sagging. That's why you can't get a man.
She's frustrated with her, yeah.
Her mama's sick of her ass.
She is. She really is.
And you steady eating, swelling. You ain't combing your hair. When you do go back to work, you ain't going to get it just swelling.
And she's going around the family talking about her mother, and she shouldn't do that.
Don't nobody want to hear it.
All right, thank you, Steve. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter. It's
got to put that bra on.
Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. And don't forget to check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, Junior is here with Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Junior is here with Sports Talk. What you got, Junior?
Okay, fellas, the stage is set. We know what it is. NBA Finals Game 1 tomorrow night. The Nuggets is not there, Tommy. It's the Heat. It's the Heat and the Lakers. Now, Tommy, who you got now, Tommy?
I don't know. I got to think about it.
You don't know.
The Lakers?
I don't know.
The damn Cleveland Lakers is going to whoop Amy. Now, Amy got a squad now. They got some bad boys over there. But it's finals time now. It's showtime.
How many games you think this going?
This going to go 4-2.
6 games.
Now, Jamal Murray
If it don't go 6, they going to get what?
Jamal Murray made a comment saying that the Lakers got to work. I mean, not Jamal Murray, but Jimmy Butler.
Say his ass at the house.
Yeah, I meant Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is saying, man, that they can rumble with anybody. That's what they saying. Now, they said they can rumble with anybody.
Yeah. Hey, dog. Go ahead.
Snoop Dogg said, hey, we not the Clippers.
Hey, dog.
I love
he
Snoop.
ain't lying. Hey, dog. Jimmy Butler say they can rumble with him, and that's true. And you're going to get your chance. You in the NBA Finals. Congratulations to Miami.
Yeah. Nobody saw this coming.
But ain't nobody finna be playing with y'all, though. This for the finals.
This for the ring. It is.
LeBron done been there before. AD been wanting to go there. Jimmy Butler down there. But y'all, that's good and dandy. Yeah, y'all beat Boston. Yeah, y'all beat Philly. Whoever y'all play.
Milwaukee.
Ain't nobody. Now beating Milwaukee was monumental.
That was big.
Now even though boy got hurt though. Mm-hmm. But everybody healthy with the Cleveland Lakers. So we're gonna see.
It ain't the Cleveland.
The Cleveland Lakers.
It's the Cleveland
I almost
Cavaliers
choked on myself. The Cleveland
and
Lakers.
the LA Lakers.
Excuse me, guys.
What?
What? LeBron is from up
What?
there. He Cleveland
where?
boy. Yeah, he
So-
ours.
So did he just own the Lakers? And he's the
The
Cleveland
Lakers, the Los Angeles. No, that ain't what we doing. It's the Cleveland Lakers. Cause
Does
LeBron
LA know
in here.
this? Has LA heard
No,
about this?
they know nothing about this.
Yeah.
I'm finna get my second flag
That you finna get?
in 6 years, boy. Come on, LeBron.
Hey, man, we do have to do this, man. I want to give a shout out to Doc Rivers, man. He was let go as the Clippers head coach. But, Doc, you did a great job, man.
Wow,
We still
Doc
proud of
Rivers.
you. Doc Rivers, man, you a stand-up
Good coach.
guy, man, a great coach, man. Don't worry about it. You finna get another job.
If they let Doc go, cause they thought this was his fault, they punk ass the one missed all them shots. Kawhi didn't show up the last game, and neither did Paul George. That ain't got nothing to do with coaching.
Oh my God.
Doc,
Okay, that's
Houston,
terrible.
Doc,
All
come
right.
on down.
Coming
Don't
up at the
nobody
top
wanna
of the
go over
hour,
there.
we'll have
Shut
more
up.
of the Steve Harvey Morning
Might as
Show
well
coming
go
up
to
right after
Cleveland.
this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
According to the Black Information Network, it is starting to look like the cops in the Breonna Taylor case may have received a bit more than the benefit of the doubt. A ballistics report does not support the assertion from Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron that her boyfriend fired the shot that hit a Louisville cop in the thigh. The Attorney General Cameron has asserted that Kenneth Walker hit Sergeant Jonathan Mattingly. Walker has acknowledged firing a warning shot, thinking that intruders were coming into their home. Walker owns a 9mm pistol, and the bullet that hit Mattingly was that caliber. Cameron said that the officers involved in the incident had all been issued .40 caliber weapons. However, markings on the bullet are inconclusive, meaning they can't show whether it came from Walker's gun. And his attorney is now saying that he has documents showing that Officer Brett Hankinson was also issued, yep, you're right, Steve, a 9mm gun.
I promise you they did, dog. That's why the ballistics are inconclusive. Whenever they say it's inconclusive, it's because they don't want to pin it on who they want to pin it on. Now, bro, they lie, huh?
Yeah.
You've been saying that from the very beginning.
Listen
about the
to me,
ballistics
man.
report.
All you got. The ballistics don't lie. Ballistics are very conclusive.
It's facts,
Ballistics, when a gun travels out of a barrel of a gun, it's as good as a fingerprint, and no two are the same. You ain't fired no bullet and then can't determine what didn't come from that gun or not. That's just a damn lie.
Well, now they're saying the grand
That's why the
juror
grand
wants
juror,
to
wants
come
to talk
forward.
about it.
Come forward and talk about it.
Man, I hope she get a lawyer. I hope this juror gets a lawyer. And just gonna say it. Somebody will pay a lot of money for that story.
They're under a gag order right now, so maybe the judge will lift it and they can talk.
I've been with people under gag orders. They ain't gave a damn. Told
Just
everything.
running their mouths.
Running their damn mouth.
Don't care
Well,
about
and then
what the say.
And the question is, did the grand jury hear about those 12 other witnesses that said they did not hear
Right.
the police officers?
The grand jury
that's the thing.
is
We don't know what they
controlled by the
heard.
prosecutor.
Yeah. We
And they
don't know what they
present
heard.
what they want to determine to see if they're going to go forward with the case. If the prosecutors in this case are on the police side, which is the police who brings the cases to the prosecutors so they can get them to see if they have a case or not, how you going to go against the people that you work hand in hand with?
Well, they always are on Law and Order. We know that. So, truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah, this grand juror is saying that Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron, he or she, we don't know, but they're
Yeah, we
saying
don't know.
that you're putting the responsibility on us with the charges. You're the one that campaigned for the office. You're the one that presented all of this stuff to us. So there's some things that this grand juror wants to talk about. So
Well, yeah, they're putting the onus on them with the evidence
This
that
is
they
not
were
over.
presented.
right,
They, you know,
right.
This ain't
It's
over.
not over.
No,
that's right.
No,
Shirley.
no.
Yep.
Yeah, justice.
And Cameron gonna mess around and get himself in some trouble. This is not over. Trust me.
No, it's not. No,
If
it's
it
not.
wasn't
your ass up
presented
there and
with all the
lied.
facts, right? You're right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can go over there and get McConnell if you want to. You're gonna need some help, partner.
It's not over.
They not gonna cover this black dude like they would a white person. I'm just gonna let him
Daniel
know
Cameron.
that. Yeah, you finna find out who you are in the scheme of things. You let it get hot in that kitchen, people gonna start walking away from you, partner.
Yeah.
You gonna drink this Kool-Aid by yourself.
You gonna have that moment where you black. You gonna have that you black moment.
Oh, don't. All of us have it.
We all have it.
Yeah.
All of us have
He's
it.
had it yet.
Multiple
He
times.
hasn't had it yet.
Oh, no. We've all had it, and you
That's
gonna
what
have
I'm
it.
saying. Yeah.
You get in there and think you there if you want to.
First
No,
time
sirree.
number around 17.
All right. Wow. Coming up, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show and some trending stories at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, and Steve Harvey celebrity birthdays. We kind of told Junior this earlier, but Junior, today is Jodeci's DeVante Swing's 51st birthday. What you got?
It's DV. DV, baby, I'll be there tonight. I'll see you tonight, man. We got a party tonight. Y'all didn't even invite it to. But
can't go to no party.
he having a private Jodeci party just for the group. It's just us. We social distance. We gonna do some songs.
Oh, you in the group?
He's a
Dog,
fifth
I've been
member.
in the group. What are you talking about?
Okay. Okay.
He done told us this 500 times.
Dog. I'm on the album cover, on the first album, Jodeci. That's my Timberland in the bottom left corner. Cause KC threw my
So
keys.
it's just your shoe.
It's just my
You
boo.
and
But
your
they took
Tim.
the shot. I played bass for them. Dog, don't play me, Tommy. You already know. Dog, it's my group. I'ma miss them. I love them.
Okay, what
Take
song?
my money,
The same Jodeci.
my house and my car.
Not
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Junior, do you have another song that
Dog, that's one of my
that you,
favorites.
other than
Oh,
that?
Forever My Lady. Forever My Lady.
We don't have that much time. Get to it.
Uh-oh, Peter.
Sip
A
off
little
something just
help,
like
a little
that.
help, a little help. Is that you, Junior?
Them boys was bad.
That's Casey.
Them boys was
That's
bad.
Casey right there.
That's it.
about you with all of your damn pre-existing conditions. Everybody want to say, what did Barack Obama do for black people? I'll tell you what he did. He did a lot of stuff. He just didn't call it black cause. That Affordable Health Care Act, that educational bills he passed, that was for us. Y'all tripping. I can't believe this country is tripping like this, but then again, I can. I can believe it's tripping like this because this country has always tripped. There's a chance to get it right. There are enough non-African Americans who feels that this thing has gone terribly wrong for black people for a long period of time. There's millions of non-African Americans who feel that way, who are going to the polls to support that. If we don't go to support ourselves, we can stop talking about how much black lives matter. Because until your vote matters, they're not going to allow your black life to matter. I'm telling you. They don't give a damn about your life until you give a damn about your vote. When you can remove them from their office, their position, and their power, they will then know that your black lives matter. Until then, they will not take this into consideration. We have got to vote. I will be a part of the removal of this man from office. And I hope he don't go out fighting and willingly in peaceful transition. I hope they drag his ass out of there. Okay.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.